Again on Q's TV, Jordan Evans. And Jordan, again, we're talking to you after another one-goal game. To win on the road at Notre Dame, what do you think that says about your team to the rest of the country?
I think it really shows our resilience, and what we've been working on is getting better each week. And I think you've seen now, from being a one-goal game against Hopkins and then beating Duke in the Dome and then translating it to beating the #1 team in the nation, I think that we're showing people how tough we really are and how people really shouldn't want to play us.
Is it cool that you're getting better and learning about the team, but you're doing it in wins too, so it's combining for useful stuff right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, usually it's like you said, it's after a loss you really recoup and you see what you did wrong and you move on and you get better from that. But it's really good to see. I think early on in the season when you saw the offense maybe having to pull out a couple games in the last couple seconds, but then after that you saw the defense buckling down and letting the other team not score more than 7 goals and winning us the game essentially. And now you see what happens when both sides of the ball play together and play well at the same time, what we're capable of. So I think that that's one of the biggest things that we've taken away from this.
I'd say one of the main takeaways I've had here over the last month is you guys can get a goal when you need it, get a stop, and win a face-off. So do you feel pretty consistent across the board right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the biggest things that I've noticed is we have younger guys in spots that are key role players, but then right next to them, you have an older guy who's been there, done that, and is experienced in actually bringing them along with us. So it's making our team better, and it makes us have an advantage that the other teams really have no idea where the goal's going to come from or where the stop's going to come from. I mean, you got people like Scott Furman locking down their #1 player, but then maybe in the last play of the game, you have an off-ball player like Marcus Cunningham coming up with a ground ball to win the game. So, I mean, it's really just players all over the field.
All right, take me through that last minute from your perspective, because so often this season it's been the offense needing to score late. This time you guys had to watch. What's that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was difficult, but you know what? You just trust in your team. I really had no doubt after that timeout was called, which, I mean, it was a questionable thing because I think that they were able to set up back in their offense, and I think our defense would have stopped them right then. But you just trust the guy next to you, and you trust that every day in practice what you're seeing is what you're going to get, and we've seen out of the defense every day that they've been getting better. It's really a competition in practice to see, I mean, if the defense is going to work harder that day or the offense is going to work harder, and that's what translates to the game.
Here you go, a short prep week, but to get ready for a rivalry game. What does Hobart and the Krause-Simmons Trophy mean to you guys?
It means a lot, especially having Ryan Simmons on our team and his grandfather being part of this long-standing tradition. And I think that that's going to fuel us, but I think also you're going to see just the culture that we've created over the last couple weeks is going to be known in the way that we play, and I don't think you're going to see any lulls from Syracuse.
Yeah, first short turnaround of the year. How does that affect just the lead up to this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be something new that we haven't dealt with yet, but it's going to prep us for next week when we play Cornell and then UNC on the road in the same week. So I think guys are taking care of their bodies. We have an outstanding strength and training staff that works on us and gets us right back and ready to play the next game. So,
all right, Jordan, sounds good. Keep it going.
Thank you. Appreciate it.